Just cheese more. Can't win otherwise.
Hey you guys! As you can see, this team is pure evil by abusing the lack of a sleep clause in the VGC format. Sing is normally a terrible base 55% accurate sleep inducing move, but with the help of gravity and wide lens, it becomes 100% accurate. Therefore, it never misses. Pair that with Prankster and it becomes Priority Spore, which is pretty funny. I got some fun highlight vids making kids salty in Scarlet Violet rank battles to show you all, but first, the question of the day. If there was an ability to make all status moves 100% accurate, who would you give it to and why? If you have any Pokemon or any strategy you would like me to try out, then leave it down in the comments below. With that out of the way, let's get into some battles. First up is Snoopy, and the first thing I noticed about his team is that most of it is immune to ground attacks thanks to their flying type or levitate ability respectively. For those of you unaware, gravity strips these Pokemon of their ground immunity, which is really great if you happen to have a Garchomp on your team. Let's dive in and see what we can do. Frisk is low-key such an awesome ability. It lets me know that Mimikyu is holding a Lumberry, which means I should avoid wasting my time trying to put it to sleep, and it also tells me that Rotom is holding Specs, which makes it easier to play around. A +2 Mimikyu behind its disguise is pretty scary, but I'm confident it will opt to attack Sableye with its Fairy attack, which is exactly what I want it to do. Wigglytuff now has Priority Spore online. I go for Icy Wind here instead of Sing because I need to break the fake Pikachu's disguise as soon as possible. Shiny Garchomp looks pretty good in orange. I'm shocked Snoopy switched out here, but he must have seen the Iron Head coming, so good play on his part. Corviknight is a sitting duck for Sing, and I know it doesn't have a Lumberry thanks to the intel from Frisk. Even Noivern's blistering speed pales in comparison to Wigglytuff's lightning quick vocals. Normally Corviknight completely walls Garchomp, but thanks to gravity turning its ground immunity into a weakness, well, the magic can speak for itself. Even though gravity returned to normal, we can bring it right back up with priority gravity. I thought Mims would go for Shadow Sneak on Wiggs, so I just went for Taunt to prevent it from setting up.
Slammed him!
Rotom Heat hates intense gravity as it turns its immunity into a 4x weakness. Steel on Garchomp is actually so good due to turning Dragon, Ice, and Fairy weaknesses into resistances, and the extra damage boost to Iron Head is appreciated, especially against Fairy and Icemon. Next up is Jordan, who is rocking a pretty standard looking team, a Tailwind core with Expanding Force shenanigans in the back. One thing that stood out to me right away is that he has only one Ghost type Pokemon and no other Steel or Rock types. This means that Maushold can come in and nuke almost his entire team with its super broken Population Bomb attack. Under intense gravity, Population Bomb becomes 100% accurate and will always hit 10 times, which means it effectively has a base power of 400 with the Technician boost. To put that into perspective, it is twice as powerful as Self-Destruct, but without the Self-Destruct part. Maushold not needing to boost the accuracy of Population Bomb with Wide Lens allows it to utilize other held items instead. Let's see how this goes. Jordan seems to have misplaced his ankles. I was not expecting a Murkrow and Armarouge lead, but I'll take it. My first goal is to prevent Murkrow from going for Tailwind by ganging up on it. Wigglytuff eats up that Armor Cannon for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Seeing how little Armor Cannon did to Wigglytuff, Jordan will most likely shift his focus to Sableye, which means I need to skill swap before he triggers my eject button. Frisk alerting me to Gholdengo Shuka Berry is great, albeit unfortunate information as it means my Garchomp will be unable to OHKO it, a spooky situation. The Armarouge did indeed target the Sableye, giving my Garchomp a free ticket into battle. Gholdengo is immune to Sing thanks to its good as gold ability, so I have no choice but to sleep the Armarouge. This was a misplay on my part. Instead of Terastallizing my Wigglytuff in the hopes that it could survive the incoming Make It Rain, I should have just let Wigglytuff fall and Terra Steel my Garchomp so Garchomp could take the incoming Steel attack much better than it does. Jordan makes a good play here, knowing that I would Population Bomb his Armarouge, so he switches to his Garchomp that has Rough Skin, in the hopes that it would knock out the mouse. Little does Jordan know that he's in for a nasty surprise.
Gotcha, bitch!
That's right. Thanks to gravity freeing up Maushold's item slot, I'm able to run it with protective pads. So not only will Maushold always hit 10 times, but it can't be knocked out by residual recoil in the process. Would-be counters like Garchomp and Rocky Helmet users are completely invalidated. Also, the protective pads prompt appearing for every single hit is so Game Freak. The mouse didn't even need all 10 hits. Busted. I make another mistake here going for Rock Slide instead of Stomping Tantrum on Armarouge. I forgot that the mouse actually outspeeds Garchomp. I'm not sure if Armarouge had anything to one-hit the mouse, but if he did, that could have potentially cost me the game. Sleep is a super fair and balanced status condition, and people wonder why Sleep Clause is a thing. Fun fact, Smogon completely banned Sleep altogether in Gen 5 because Sleep turns restarted if you switched out your Pokemon in that generation. Ooh, Jordan wasn't too pleased about that one, but we take those. Next up is Caesar, whose team looks relatively weak to water, only having a single resistance. His team is also very quick, and even has Tailwind support, which means Trick Room is a nice answer. I just hope he doesn't lead off with the mouse. Caesar has seen better days. Nice, no mouse lead. A Lumberry on Annihilate is pretty annoying though. Not many people know that Oblivious blocks Taunt, which makes Slowking a pretty solid Trick Roomer, especially against pesky prankster Murkrows that are everywhere. Hopefully Caesar doesn't taunt my Wigglytuff.
It's twisting the dimensions in the Colosseum!
Room Service is so that Torkoal can't sweep my entire team with Trick Room mode. A +1 Rage Fist is coming my way, so I need to get rid of my Psychic typing pronto. Murkrow must have went for Foul Play. Thankfully it didn't go for Taunt on Wiggs. Slowking ate that Rage Fist though. For some reason, Caesar goes for Terra Fire against my water type. I think he was afraid of Psychic, not realizing a water attack was on its way. 100% accurate Hydro Pumps feels pretty good. Gravity is such a fun mechanic. You know what feels even better than 100% accurate Hydro Pumps?
A frigid shot from Blizzard!
Yeah, you got it. 100% accurate Blizzards outside of Hail for the double kill. Only one turn left for both Trick Room and Gravity, so hopefully the Gholdengo doesn't have Protect.
Swamped by Hydro Pump!
Swamped by Hydro Pump, indeed. Last but not least to be showcased is Flapple, who has a niche interaction with Gravity. Its signature attack, Grav Apple, has its modest 80 base power increased to a powerful 120 when used under intense gravity. Flapple also has the Hustle ability, which naturally decreases the accuracy of all of its attacks in exchange for the power of a Choice Band. This means that Flapple hits very hard under gravity with no drawbacks. Looking at Manu's team here, he doesn't appreciate Flapple one bit, with more than half of his team being weak to grass. Let's see how Flapple does. If only Wigglytuff was faster than Tyranitar, he would have quaked his own Rotom. I wish I went for Skill Swap instead of Fake Out. Either way, I get a free switch in with Flapple under intense gravity. Flapple resists all of Rotom's attacks, so I will put that to sleep while attacking Tyranitar. Looks like Manu met his match. Flapple was just simply too powerful. A quick one, but I just thought it was funny having someone rage quit over a Flapple and a Wigglytuff. This battle has Flapple get a bit more involved. My dude is rocking a Palafin, who most of my team struggles to bring down, so Flapple is going to have to be the one. Since my dude also has Psychic terrain that completely renders Prankster moot, I often resort to my Trick Room core instead for fast Sings that aren't blocked by the terrain. Seeing an Armarouge with weakness policy next to a Scarf Palafin makes it very obvious what my dude is going to do. But my mistake was thinking he was going to go for Armor Cannon.
What an impressive attack!
I cannot believe Wigglytuff just survived that massive hit, especially considering how much it did to Slowking, who is naturally specially bulky and resists it. I Terra Dark here to avoid getting knocked out by Expanding Force. I sleep Indeedee thinking that it would either go for Follow Me or reverse the dimensions with its own Trick Room. I was hoping Slowking would survive the next attack with a roll in my favor, but Indeedee unfortunately goes for Helping Hand, ensuring Slowking will be 2-hit KO'd by a Psychic attack, which is pretty insane. The Dark Terror definitely paid off as Wiggs gets to live to see another day. Even though Flapple is Choice Scarfed, he's still slower than Armarouge, who is at +2 speed thanks to weak armor. I'm surprised Flamingo survived Grav Apple, to be honest, but it still did some solid damage for a resisted hit. I'm forced to use Sing here because Icy Wind will potentially end up making Armarouge slower than Flapple, allowing it to outspeed Flapple in Trick Room. I Grav Apple the Armarouge because he burned his Protect last turn and has a defense drop. Even though these Pokemon resist grass, Flapple is still able to rack up so much damage. I messed up this turn. I got so excited seeing a Palafin for Flapple to destroy that I briefly forgot about the speed drop from Icy Wind, allowing Palafin to attack before Flapple. Thankfully, my dude attacks Wiggs instead of Flapple, securing my victory. If he attacked Flapple, I might have still had a chance by getting some good rolls with Maushold.
Big hit! The twisted dimensions have been restored!
Even outside of gravity, Gravapple has some nice utility with its 100% defense drops, helping to buff Maushold's weaker, non-stab attacks. And those are all the battles for this video. If you managed to get this far, then I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully I was able to give you all a solid grasp on how the team operates. It's super fun cheesing kids with Sing Wigglytuff, so definitely give it a go if you can. Team code is in the top right corner and the team paste is in the description, for those of you who want to try out the team on Showdown. That's all for me for now. See you guys on the next one.